All right, let's begin the final class trial. Step after step toward that gaping maw, I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear and no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed through the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper and deeper, still deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. It fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding the person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Let's begin. Do I want to save the data? Of course I do. What skills do I got? I already have everything going. We'll just go.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up.
Oh, God.
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super...
Are you saying
Oh,
that
whoops.
if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
A lot of people are dead.
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are
He is
you
taking this
feeling
seriously.
okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
God, this guy is so stupid. Group photo places the check Headmaster's E-Handbook.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
The three of us. All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we could suspect each other. And I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have
Is it the
evidence,
group
so I
photo?
know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure
It
of
could be it could be the handbook, but I think it's the photo.
Coincidence. Evidence that proves every...
What? This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of...
Group photo.
It's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Last trial to do that. No, that's wrong.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Oh,
But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Makoto's in it. What the fuck?
see? I'm the only one not in it.
Dude, what the? What is this? I figured as much, in which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This one too, it's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole
God, you're all so
purpose behind
stupid.
these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Oh, you're part of the trial too? Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the one who got the photos. You serious?
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person
Serious?
who received it.
That's the easiest thing ever.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Celeste is just T-posing in the background.
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
His photo's gonna be totally different. What the fuck?
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
There's something else they have in common? What, they're good little photos?
We each saw a picture. We just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
We are surrounded by idiots. They also have Ikiru Ikusaba in them. Group photo's been updated.
Can you just forget about the photo? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
I still think he's the mastermind somehow.
On top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason, some terrible reason, an unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. It's because all of us got our memory wiped out. Oh no. Oh, amnesia.
Now I understand.
Amnesia.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse it, that's the absolute truth. They have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it, and there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Wouldn't it be the DVD? I mean, I'm not. That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer it. The interview DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our
I got an achievement.
It's totally stupid. Obviously.
I have the evidence. It's the
You're
interview
saying we all
DVD.
got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind
I promise you, ever since I got to this, I remember everything that's happened.
Bruh.
The idea that we all lost our memories.
What show are you watching, Emmy?
It's totally stupid. Obviously. You're saying we all got spontaneous? Since when did this turn into some kind
I promise you, ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. What's up, Momo? How are you doing?
Those aren't the only things that point to the possibility of
Hey.
memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that.
What is the fall of the House of Usher?
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie? I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Oh, it's Edgar Allan Poe.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
Yup, we got interviewed.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Finally, you talk up, Baloney.
say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Makoto.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yeah.
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same
Yeah,
question.
Byakuya and Kyoko have been the carries this whole
He
game.
asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could.
Yes.
Even me, I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers.
Nobody remembers.
Don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane. How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
She's right.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Thanks, Monokuma.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
Ina, somehow you're still alive.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss.
Oops.
You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
Yeah, heroes. I'm surprised everyone's still alive besides Byakuya and Kyoko.
Now? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, will you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Celeste was kind of smart.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
Umi was not. No.
It sure does.
So was Chihiro. What was Alter Ego's name?
But that part still.
They were smart, but they weren't strong.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay. So you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else?
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So the one who killed Mikuru, the true mastermind, that's what we need to explore. My monitor is dead. You're missing the trial. I imagine it's going to be the profile.
Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure? Exactly! You're just... The mastermind is probably a million...
His masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
I know this one. It's the Monokuma control room.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind. That much I'm sure of.
But when you... Is the mastermind really...
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What?
Shoot!
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
What?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly! You're just...
The mastermind is probably a million miles away. His masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
They're somewhere in this school. Otherwise, there's no way they could have controlled that machine.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Okay, maybe.
That much I'm...
When you... Is the mastermind...
Of course! They have to be here...
What makes you so sure?
Exactly!
You're just making stuff. The mastermind is probably a million miles...
There it is. That was the wrong one. No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
I just got it wrong.
How do you know?
Didn't
Did you find
overthink it.
some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control it all this time.
30 months beats despair.
Yo, E-Man TV, thank you for the 30 months of the Tier 1 subbing. We still haven't heard that new Tier 1 alert, but we'll hear it soon. Thank you for the 30 months, E-Man. I hope you're doing well. I assume you're a fan of Danganronpa, just like everybody else in this community, apparently. But thank you for the continued support.
So So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
That's sus.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them in high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me. I'm not the mastermind.
I think he is the mastermind.
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
What? Why me?
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
You're all so fucking stupid.
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Thank you, the two smart people in this game. Who are the three geniuses in this game, Petra? You said there's 3 very smart people, 3 somewhat smart people, then 10 idiots. Are the 3 geniuses Makoto, Byakuya, and Kyoko? Huge fan of Danganronpa. Always excited to see others get through this series. Apparently everyone loves Danganronpa. I'll be honest, I never saw gameplay of it before in my life.
Yeah, well,
I've seen the bear before.
How much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't
No.
actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yeah, pass it off to me again. The other wounds.
I got it!
I got it!
All of the wounds covering her body.
That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days
It
old.
made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
I went in so blind with this game.
What?
I only knew of the bear's existence. I didn't even know what their name was.
What if, when we discovered her body, she's already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
Wrong.
You're wrong.
Thank you, Kyoko.
she denied me before I could even say anything.
Sorry you get so many ads. You get 3 minutes of ads every hour. Should be a minute and a half every 90 should be 90 seconds of ads every 30 minutes.
Weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Make your arguments. It would be Mikuro Ikusaba's profile, would it not?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time,
God, I hate her.
You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
I already know.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
No, that's wrong. She sucked.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Don't be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Toko's the ultimate writer.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one that attacked me? Mastermind.
I got it!
I got it!
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
It was a setup.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening.
What's up, Midnight
I
SP?
gotta jump in.
How are you doing?
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption.
Fine and me.
Can't really
Doing
know
good.
who was under that mask, can you? I mean,
Glad you're
that's
doing
the whole
fine as
point
well.
of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
It was the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. We got a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, it should be obvious. It should be obvious.
You never saw their face, right?
It's obvious, but like, the answer's gonna be so convoluted.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there is another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
Tattoo is on her right hand.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusama!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attack.
Oh? Is it the right hand?
Boom, baby. No, that's wrong. I'm on a roll. God damn.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her
Someone get me
right
some
hand,
cinnamon,
if I
'cause I'm on a
remember
roll.
correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
My favorite emote was the objection emote, then the sleepy butt scratch emote that WP would do.
It wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Her hand. Her disgusting right hand. Kyoko was moving her gloves.
hands.
They're burned. Maybe they're burned. A little burned
Awful,
skin.
isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them, then she put her gloves back on. A burned hand.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about.
That'd be one rotten body.
I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Yeah, the freezer or the fridge.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
A fridge. The biolab, the pool, the kitchen.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's
Kitchen.
the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Yes.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Oh, it's the tarp. I got it!
What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again,
I noticed something.
I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
Makoto can read.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the code on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining.
The tarp is dirty.
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Kind of fun seeing Monokuma in this
The key to
situation.
uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
You probably stuck together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you
Inconsistency in the biolab.
about? Your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister.
What a poopy head.
What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, thank God we have Kyoko here. I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying this because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I just want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him. The inconsistency has to be the area where the numbers just don't match up. Shit, I can't remember. The moment of truth. Oh shit, we have to do this at him?
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Ah! What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
Fuck!
Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Oh, thank God. Messed it up.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
Minus
And it was
Mondo,
set up
because he's
so that
butter.
When a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10. Because there's 16 students.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Mondo became butter. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo, who became butter, was fifth. Taka was sixth, and Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mercuro.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
Mondo got turned into butter. We don't have his
But
body.
according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually
They did
killed her.
destroy a body. It was Mondo's. He's butter.
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Mondo butter was
Including
stored in there.
Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would it take... Only 9 murders took place? Oh, wait, that's actually kind of hard. The mastermind destroyed a body. The same person was killed twice. The same person was killed twice. But they had a tattoo. The mastermind destroying a body because that the Monokuma plant can eat people. So I'm gonna say the mastermind destroyed a body. Oh fuck. Shoot is right. I thought that was it. Only 9 murders took place. The same person. I think it has to be the same person was killed twice.
I got it.
That was. I should have went with my gut.
The same person was killed
I should have went with the gut, man. Should have went with the gut. Every time I go with the gut, I do fine.
Have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
The headmaster.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
The headmaster? The headmaster remains because they did have a crack on the skull. Oh, Monokuma file number 5.
Who is this someone else that
Let's just
Mukuro was
go with the gut as always.
Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
No.
Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
No.
Hifumi Yamada?
No.
Celestia Lu, whatever.
Lou, whatever.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami. No, no, no. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
Wounds all over her body.
Someone else that Mukuro was killed at.
Junko.
Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
My guess was wrong, but it wasn't an option, so to be fair, my guess wasn't an option.
Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu, whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No, no, no. There's no way anyone was murdered.
No, there won't.
No, that's wrong.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
Yeah, she had the most useless time on this game.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered
The tattoo.
could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
I still think it's the fucking stoner. It's
Who's
him.
behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who
Need a
died.
shower, but you want to watch? Tell me, it's a Sunday.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive. The one that's still alive is Mukuro, but can we really believe that? No way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive.
The body we found in the garden.
Oh, this is a quick one.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden
And we got 4.5 minutes.
wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was
Listen to the
her.
gut.
So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
Go with the gut.
That's right. She made it look like
Gut's telling me
Junko's
it's this one of the
body
fatal
was her.
injury.
So the mastermind's true identity is
Fuck.
Mukuro.
Wasn't that one? What's up, Smazza?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
That couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right.
She made it look
So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I kind of want to throw it on that. I'm going to throw it on that.
It wasn't. Then she's still. That's right. So the mastermind.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Fuck.
Shoot!
My gut's been wrong twice.
The body we found in the garden. It
My gut says it's this one, so fuck it. Fuck. My gut was wrong. Failed.
Is... I refuse to give up yet.
Maybe your profile again?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro. Then she's still alive? That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the
I'm
garden.
gonna shoot it.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Okay. Fuck, dude, this one's hard.
The body we found.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't... Not fatal injuries. I thought it was fatal injuries for sure, but it wasn't that.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
Hey, rhinos.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
I'm just throwing shit at the wall now and hoping it sticks.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
There it was. It was that simple. There it is.
No, the body we found in the garden was
Because the
Mukuro.
fucking tattoo on the
we can be sure.
hand.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
How could I forget that Kyoko said that?
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31,
Small.
21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that course.
5'6".
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Hey, optics guys. Wait, someone who died but made it look like they were still alive? Thanks for lurking. It can't be Junko because she got stabbed so much. Taka? It's someone we didn't see get murdered. Taka or Hifumi? No fucking shot, it's Hifumi. Sakura? Can I just do Monokuma?
Shoot!
It's not Monokuma. Only one person it could be. Made it look like they died. Fuck, what? I did embarrass myself. Someone who made it look like they died? Is it Junko? Is it half? I'm just gonna say Junko.
Here's my answer.
Oh my god!
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
I did check absolutely. I can
She
say for
was
sure.
dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess you're.
Here comes Kyoko to save the day.
Too bad.
Here comes Kyoko. 3,
This
2, 1.
case hasn't been decided just yet.
There's another angle coming in.
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
She were alive somehow. Could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Ah, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. R under dash. Say there's an E there. Okay, it's an E. R-E-P blank blank C. Replaced? Replaced? Cooking!
Understand?
Cooking!
That's it! What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right! Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
That doesn't really make any sense.
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Kyoko? They switched at the beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very
Oh, not the new alert yet.
Thanks to Matthew Amat for my sub gift.
Not the new alert
hey,
yet.
You know what's not fun? Working 11 hours OT, getting 4 hours to sleep and having to go back in for another 10 hours.
What the fuck? That doesn't even sound legal. 11 hours of overtime, get to go home for 4 hours to sleep, and they have to go back in for another 10 hours? I am sorry, Sam. Thank you for the 40 months, but I'm sorry that sounds fucking horrible. Ugh, that just sounds inhumane.
What? From the beginning?
Good luck with it.
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
I will say, the nights you know you're gonna sleep like a baby in a rock, those are the best nights.
So, you're saying the Junko we first met
A week?
is actually Mukuro all
Oh my
along?
god. I can't believe she's getting married.
Then we'd already met her?
God, we're getting old.
A normal conversation with her.
We're getting old.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Oh.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Nintendo's excuse is Nintendo Switch Online. But I agree that their eShop should be better
She really did use
with
the
their
foundation.
library of games.
Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro.
Their excuse for it, I assume, is
So I'm
Nintendo
glad
Switch
nobody
Online.
noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Oh my god, I'm bricked up!
Smells like wrong, bro. It looks like something is on your mind in here.
What's wrong, bro? Looks like something's on your mind. Smell like. Matt, thanks for the tier 3 for 43 months. Thank you, Matthew. Thanks for checking in, though. All right, just making sure. Thanks, Matt, for the 43 months of the tier 3 subbing.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words,
The dude's taking
it would be
pics with
fair to
Rocket
say
League
that Junko
pros.
herself was also the ultimate despair.
I remember taking a picture with Kevin.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
Still refused to admit, but he can try to be decisive all he wants. It doesn't matter because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once or twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Wait, shit, what? Maybe it's the group photo hiding Junko's identity. Fuck.
Shoot!
Icons. During our latest investigation? I can't remember what Genocide Jack said. I can't remember what Genocide Jack said. Could it be the Monokuma control room? My gut says Monokuma control room, but that feels very wrong. Fuck it. Ah, fuck me. Ah, alright, everyone kill me.
I refuse to give up yet.
Shut up.
The two of them may have what? Yes, if that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So
Let's
you're saying
rehear it.
Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo.
Foundation.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
Yeah.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
I can't even remember what Junko's thing was.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
When did he do that? He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Oh, the ultimate fashionista. Was it the Monokuma file? Maybe? Fuck. Dude, I don't know this one. When the hell was he protecting her identity? During our latest investigation, and it wasn't with the group photo. I can't remember what Genocide Jack said. Fatal injury because... Nope.
Shoot!
Dude, I suck at this. The tarp? Motherfucker. Bro, I'm gonna fail this twice. Jesus Christ, dude, I don't know. What the fuck? When did they hide their identity? I haven't done that one. It's definitely not that. It's 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 not that. No, I didn't want to hit Y. I wanted to hit A. Oh, fucking Christ. I meant to hit A, not Y, but give it a third shot. I refuse to give up now. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Maybe save? For what? I don't need to save. We're not gonna be here again. Can't be that. 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 Definitely not that. Definitely not that. I don't think it's that one. Not that one. Not that one. Dude, I'm just gonna throw everything at the wall. I genuinely don't know.
I got it.
It's a fucking DVD.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Oh my fucking God. I forgot that he cut it off on us. Looks like it broke out of service.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage, and that's not only the time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The master tried to cover up the other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Oh, thank God it's one of these again. I'm better at this.
talking about? That's impossible!
This should prove it.
The group photo was the second one. Ah, Jesus. I had it right on the fucking first one, but it was, I
That
gotta...
wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Junko's face.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? On top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
Wow, didn't expect that.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it.
I didn't think of, I haven't thought of Junko for 5 chapters.
You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh God, 24 minutes? Then this fast forwards to the act where we have the dead body still. And this is exactly the same as this. Okay. Okay, let's see. First try, Willie. One take, Willie.
Killer is you.
One take, Willie.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place.
First try, man. First try. Patrice and Catloaf say no. So if you're spoiling it for me, fuck you.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden.
So far, so good.
She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proven to be one big thorn in her side.
This is where I'm probably wrong.
She wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
She put on a mask and then attacked me.
Sorry about that. It's fine.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask,
So far, I'm
she
right, though.
left the room.
Oh!
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Oh! Fuck! I was so close! It was that one. I had it right, and then I switched it. I had it right, then I switched it.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body.
Hey, high
to
electric.
identity.
Kyoko's the carry.
She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning.
I had it, and then I swapped it.
This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder.
I had it, and then I swapped it.
And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko and Oshima.
Should have listened to the gut.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Should have just trusted my gut.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
We still have to solve the mystery of the school. We still have to solve the mystery of the school.
The story would end once we reach the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Ultimate despair, Junko and Oshima. What a fucking twist.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Oh, thank God, that's not her voice.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere too. It was definitely before I got to this school.
I got it! That's right.
What's up, Jeppo?
It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, you talking about my cover photos and junk? Oh, well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped?
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different
No freckles.
person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She
Mukuro's
tried her
dead.
best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
You would not be a good streamer if you don't like answering the same question.
If she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Does she have DID as well?
Someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me.
What are you doing,
that way.
Kyoko? Put that finger down.
Besides,
15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of lines.
That's why she attacked
Being
Monokuma.
the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your
She didn't
own
expect to
reason,
die.
can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little
This wasn't supposed to happen.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me? Fuck.
So, you figured it out?
And you don't, as the player, you don't even think about that at the time. You're just like, oh shit, this game's starting. As the player, you don't even think about it, you know? And then it gets back to you and you're like, motherfucker, it was right there in front of me.
But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar?
Oh.
Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
Nice.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Huh?
Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I still think the mastermind is the stoner. I still think he's the mastermind. Even after all this, fuck that guy. We should kill him.
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Heroes. Hero seems like the guy to try to get you involved in a pyramid scheme.
Crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Byakuya!
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, He's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet...
I've seen pictures of Junko with the bear, and they just slid right by me because I was like, whatever. But now that I see her holding it, that opens up a core memory of seeing images of her with the bear, and it just slid right by me because I never played the game, and I knew I recognized the bear. But now that she's holding it, oh my god. Here you are, yip-yapping away.
Talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then
Also, hi,
we'll
GC.
have our victory.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews,
You're a bathroom boy?
must mean...
Oh, taking a shit?
I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
You guys all doing stuff now?
No fair! At least give us a hint.
Your brains are like sponges.
This chapter's all over the place.
leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things.
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. The motives.
I got it. You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
Yeah, Sanzo, they
So
do.
you do remember after all.
Mhm.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
You should.
So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it.
Themes
so
of
that's my
gluttony?
question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Human
I
connections.
got it. The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Kind of reminds me of Gladys.
Hey.
Oh, never mind.
Time for the next
Not
question.
anymore.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was...
Yo, shout out to me for carrying us.
Embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Thank you, Baloney.
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Wasn't that one money? Greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
Is this all the same voice actor doing Junko's work?
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Secrets. Oh.
Shoot!
Blackmail? Dude, Jesus, it's fucking betrayal. I'm an idiot.
Shoot! I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Because the two people betrayed her.
You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
Two different voice
What's the
actors?
point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth.
I don't
They
know about that
compel
one.
humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
The Oilers lost last night
What?
against the New York
Why
Jets
the hell
hockey.
would having our memories make us not want
They're
to
1-4 to start the season. Sad.
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Outside world.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! wide world you've all been so
How are we gonna be in the elevator was going down for so long? There's no way we're gonna be like outside the actual world unless we go up the elevator. Oh, it's a television.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this
Yeah, there's the
means.
same 3 photos.
Talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
The whole thing is insane.
Is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
Invasion of the
If you
Monokumas.
can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Oh, okay, we're 2 hours in, but we're doing another one.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning
I knew
of
it
the
wasn't
footage we
over.
saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I knew it wasn't over.
You're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have? Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember when it comes to that crazy, confusing video? I don't understand.
I think I got
a
it.
damn thing.
We trust the gut.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember.
Go with the gut.
What am I supposed to be remembering?
The 21st night of September.
Nobody can remember anything.
Oh.
Shoot!
Oh, I was wrong. My gut was wrong.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us,
Maybe Genocide Jack will remember.
a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be?
Nobody can remember anything.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Actually, she might remember.
Yo, what up, Barksy?
Who might remember?
How are you?
The other token. Genocide.
Jill.
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Welcome back. Barksy, hope those errands were good.
Your friendly neighborhood serial killer. Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough. Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye.
Nice to meet ya.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
She'll listen to baloney.
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I don't know, man. There's been a lot of tragic events in human history, like the Republican Party coming into fruition.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling.
Ooh.
Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
Show who hurt you?
I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat,
Bad.
the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
Oh, man.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Ooh, Baloney's getting mad.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
She could easily just be lying.
Just end! It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's
How could the world just end?
Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
What was this game, 2011? We got 90 years
Come
left.
on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Oh.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Jeez, I don't know, man. Think they fell? I don't know, man.
Correct!
Oh my god, I did it!
I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Me whenever I cough
Anyway,
once.
Like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? That don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Me too.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently.
I thought it was 1 year.
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
That's why they were like, you have to stay here forever.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Kyoko, save us! We have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories they took from us, our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it. If we
It's a long one,
accept that what you
Sharkopath.
say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it, but that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. I think there's going to be still a big twist. You know what I mean? Oh, Jesus.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
But you did.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
The notebook for the...
Never lose something like that.
What's going with the gut?
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong.
Listen to your heart.
Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Hey, Linky Dinky.
Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room.
Link fan,
on
have
the
you played
second
this game?
floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my
You
life.
have. You love it. Everyone's played it.
What's is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt. But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing. No way.
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak,
Is that a Sayaka emote?
but somehow you forgot all about it.
Lies. It's all one big lie.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
Kyoko's the best girl.
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
You kinda have. With murdering students.
How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right?
I could talk like that. How many
And on top of that,
something tragically sad happened 1 year ago.
The biggest, most
Awful, most tragic event in human history.
right before
Of everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down.
You absorbed all
By the despair, but then you forgot it all.
And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Bitch.
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out.
Yeah, you.
This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
Yeah, your life is boring, but so is mine.
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time, just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was... at the entrance ceremony. Oh, fucking Christ.
Shoot!
Oh no, I embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Shut up. When I fainted.
I got it!
I knew, I just was playing hard to get.
When I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
If 2 years have passed, Makona would have grew some fucking height.
You still have enough spirit to keep on talking,
Maybe
huh?
grow a mustache.
So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on the desk.
What was on that note?
Seemed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? of course.
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
This is where all the photos come from.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
Mia, you.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair, all mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Okay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school.
Okay.
School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst.
Oh.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end.
She could just be lying.
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say...
Here comes the crazy lady.
It was none of
Oh.
those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
Oh yeah, an ideological. Despair is contagious, you know? It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself. I just don't understand why. We didn't ask you to try to understand.
There's gotta be a
This
twist.
was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter.
Transformed into a shelter.
I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
Oh yeah. The Prime Minister? I don't think he was part of this.
I got it! Could only
Hey,
been
Obscuria.
the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside.
I thought it was the Pope.
That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
That's so sad. We need 10 gifted for all the dead people.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing.
I can't remember what you said twice now.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Only let us live, so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch.
Team deathmatch.
It was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that respawns it, right? Hangman's Gabbit. Hijack. That was easy.
Now I understand.
That was easy.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
I was kind of hoping everyone was still alive somehow, but I don't think that's the case.
A whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
Killed them.
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
No!
Sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Yeah,
I
Makoto!
chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together.
Still going?
All my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie.
Yep.
I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right?
It's almost over.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
That emote.
See, discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Where's that emote game nerd made?
Too. Like right fucking now.
Sleepy despair.
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless?
Then
We've been murdering each other for nothing.
Hey, it's Junko. Yeah, it's Junko.
Think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
But they had no
We
memories.
weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at
Ayakuya's been a little quiet.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
That's what I've been saying, Makoto.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your
Huh?
own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you.
Well,
a
you
nudge in the
executed
right
like 4
direction.
people.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
Yeah, Makoto.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Wow.
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
So one person could ruin our whole life.
Still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, Then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment! What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
He's gonna sacrifice himself.
I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down!
It's probably gonna be Kyoko.
You're up!
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
Oh.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
Wow.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid.
What is happening?
It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so
Where's Kyoko?
Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Kyoko, help us.
Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive.
Well, I mean,
right?
half of us are
That's
dead.
why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with.
Are we gonna have
It's
another
time
debate?
For the final
Oh.
vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
I've given all these people a gift at least they like. To live in despair? That's not really living at all. Okay, so we have to convince them to not kill me. Group photo. Okay. Oh my god.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
He's not helping.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die,
She could just be lying.
the communal life you've all been living will come to an end. Meh. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair. So, will you just die? Is that what...
Oh, we can't shoot hers. Oh, fuck.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Don't lose hope now.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
You're wrong 20% of the time. You're wrong 80% of the time.
But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to
I
get
did
out of here.
Koyax.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Yeah.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
That would be the end.
I decided to have...
By the way, the arrows, the only reason is thanks to the air purifier.
You know, you're next. Oh,
Don't lose hope now.
don't lose hope now. No, you're wrong.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Yeah, I guess.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
if I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Good for you.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all...
Yeah.
Don't lose hope now.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it. I always hated school.
Me too. I thought my game just crashed.
Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
That would be the end.
I decided...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all... I can keep on living! As long as I have my mask! All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now.
Don't lose hope now, even though a murderer wants to love you.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Thanks.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind.
Thank you.
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
if I were to die, that would be the end.
We don't
of
need
Hope's
hope for
Peak
this one.
Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the
Yeah, then he
physics
also has to
lab.
kill the
Say
headmaster.
whatever you want. I've made my decision.
I like Togami. I like baloney.
The purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will
I
come
really
to
hope
an
this is the
end.
right answer I'm about to do. You guys already know what's gonna happen.
As long as I have my master's love.
You already know what I'm gonna do.
To leave.
Glad they did Byakuya last and Kyoko last as well, because they're the only smart people in this game. Everyone's so
I already
stupid.
said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Shoot! We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Motherfucker.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I thought for sure it was that one. I thought they were gonna pull a quickie on me.
Thanks to the say whatever you want.
I thought they were pulling a quick me.
The communal life you will. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mess.
So, will you just die? Is that what?
Don't lose hope now.
Don't lose hope now, Kyoko. You carried us all this way through.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking.
To be fair, that was proper
Even if we're
thinking,
just
right?
connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that.
That made sense.
Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
I'm just a dude. The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullets.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Lame, lame, lame,
Shut up,
lame.
shut up, shut up. I'm not any kind of a leader or anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still. The moment of truth. Okay, I can't fuck this up.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into your
Hope keeps on going.
No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
And dinner.
What's going on?
Power of friendship.
What's happening?
Oh. Ow. That's an A, baby. I got another one. He did it again.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to...
Not even an S? I got 6 A's. What do you mean?
Just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Restart to get perfect? I'm not restarting 3 hours. I'm hungry. Monokuma vote!
The hell?
The VOD will be up on YouTube in like 6 days. Or the VOD will be on Twitch forever.
Lost?
Or for 60 days.
Well, that's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem. There's no trying to fight it now. That's just totally the best. Huh?
So this is despair.
This is despair. We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it. To come this far and fail at the very end, it's the most ultimate despair. What are you talking about? Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams. I'm so hopelessly happy right now. Is she enjoying this? Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong, huh?
Don't make me
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Don't lose hope. Oh, okay, thanks. Everyone. You said that despair is as contagious as any disease, but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that it is. Kyoko. Stop it. I hate those faces you're making. See, those awful looks causes me nothing but pain. Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the world of hope, there's no skin off my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some hope, but there's very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we... Shut up. That was only a rhetorical question. You were interrupting my monologue. I'm almost done, though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right? You really intend to go through with this. That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want to do is taste the despair of death that you only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way! So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair. Even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Talk about crazy eyes. Just combining all of them together. The ultimate punishment! Yay! The 1,000 blows. The cage of death. The burden of the versatile witch. Versailles witch. Excavator destroyer. Blast off. After school lesson. Oh. Bye. God, get that psychopath out of here. And she survived so many punishments. And that's how everything came to an end. Final class trial, Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death, the end. You received the Monokuma hair tie present. Wow. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Oh, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off, just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. How long is this epilogue? We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door and nobody made a sound. Very short. Okay. I feel almost embezzlemented. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here in limbo, unmoving, unsure, but in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand here like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence. Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until this moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko, and in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
I have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out.
I don't know how to
Ensure
read.
you all die
I didn't have my
horrible
glasses
deaths.
on.
In other words,
But
Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never specifically said that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam up so far up. Achoo. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. Leave? We can go outside? That means me and Master can get married, and then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That'd be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out there I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks maybe when we get out there, we'll see what everything she said about the world was a lie. Then on the other side of the door is a world of peaceful as we remember. A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But also, there has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall
am I
into.
wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. Okay. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
But my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there. And what are you going to do if there are no more donut shops or donuts? I'll just go get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. Oh, I get it now. If there's no road, you just got to build one. Creation, fate. It's telling me to remake the world. That's my hope. I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hakukuri's life story is about to begin. And thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes. Personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out of there and do something, have some sort of impact, what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small. I mean, you're so small, Makoto. His hair is bigger than you. No, we could probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I
Hold.
guess this is
What's it gonna
goodbye.
be?
And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
hey guys, You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
I didn't expect these 6 to make it out.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
Yeah, I can't believe the stoner survived as well.
I really don't know what to say.
Shout out to Kyoko and Byakuya for carrying us through this and not letting us get killed.
I guess we graduated?
Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. I was right about Kyoko. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open with my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Hold. What's it gonna be? Do we have death and despair, or do we have hope and sunshine and donut shops? I hope for donut shops. I could really use a donut. Oh, it looks like a supernova. Oh, we're all dead. Of course. They don't show you because they probably are like, oh, go play the other games, losers. There's no after credit scene. YouTube Let's Play can leave. Time for DGR2. Ugh. Ugh. How did I like the game? Long, but good. People made me play this game? Sure, I guess. It was just long, man. It's just long. EGR2 is better. Give me a few months, man. Tired. That. This isn't even that long. You are a baby. This took 30 hours of stream. When I got 87 games to play, it takes a while when I only stream so much. It wasn't long in the grand scheme of things, but for a stream game, it's long. But it's long for a stream game, okay? God, for a visual novel where I have to do most of the talking, it takes a lot out of me. I bet when you guys played this, you weren't fucking saying every single word. Get you tired talking for 30 hours. That's a skill issue? Yeah, okay. Yeah, apparently you don't even read the stuff. Listen, I've still done a good job on these marble games. I've beat them all. You want to know a long game? Starfield. That was a long game. I played that for 70 hours. But that 70 hours feels different compared to this 30 hours because Starfield is a first-person shooter open world space exploration game. I didn't read everything too. I read 95% of it. What was my favorite chapter in Execution? Honestly, probably chapter 5 was the best one. What was more interesting? In terms of chat engagement, it was this game. My stream was dead when I played Starfield. Which at least I can admit. Best execution. I like Celeste execution the most. I like that little bitch getting murdered and fried like a kebab. Oh wait, YouTube Let's Play. We should have said bye to you. Oh wait, I was giving you guys the after credit scene because someone said there was something after the credits, so we have to see it. Chapter 1 was so what the Chapter 1 was so easy. It says Leon! Don't like Celeste? No, she was fine. It's just her death scene was the best. Mondo Butter. First death was the headmaster. We didn't see the headmaster's death scene, did we? Oh, he was the blast off death? I don't remember that. That was 30 hours ago. That was 2 weeks ago, man. All right, let's see what YouTube gets.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
This is how they show off for a Danganronpa 2.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear.
I'd have a Monokuma plushie.
I am Monokuma.
What?
And I am this school's headmaster.
Oh my god, I got the Easter egg. Finished every chapter. Got me. YouTube Let's Play, let me know what you think of Danganronpa, and if you want Danganronpa 2. Twitch chat really wants it.